Hello everyone, Alejandro here from Caballero Wear, and in today's video I'm going to make sure that you know your shoe size, so next time you're shopping online you don't have to deal with exchanges and you're going to be a happy customer. Stay tuned. So you're looking online and you find these perfect shoes. You click on buy, you select the size that you believe you are, and then you click on order. Your shoes get delivered, you try them on, and they're not your size. Now, one of two things could happen. One, either the shoes are just too small, or two, the shoes are too big, right? If they're too small, you now have to, return the shoes, exchange them, etc. And for most people, that's inconvenient. Nobody likes to do that, right? Or two, if your shoes are too big, what most people do is they settle. They're like, you know what? I don't want to deal with the exchange. I'd rather just keep them. And that's not fair to you. You shouldn't be settling, for anything. You should not be settling. If those shoes don't fit you, make sure you get the right size. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips that is going to allow you to make sure that you pick the perfect size shoes when shopping online. So the number one is knowing your measurements. Now, all brands have different styles, different size shoes. Like you name it, there's all types of sizes. Now, when it comes to finding your size, the first step is figuring out what is your true size. So the way to do this is you can actually measure your feet, and I actually have a resource for you guys. There's a PDF link at the bottom of on the description of this video where you can print it and you can actually put your feet on it and it'll tell you your true size. Like what is your real true size. Another option is you can grab a white piece of paper just like this and you step on the actual paper. You grab a measuring tape or a ruler and you find out the exact measurements of your shoes. So at least you have it in centimeters or inches. So when you are buying shoes from an online company, you can ask them if the shoes run big or they run small. And maybe there's a chart where they can show you where your size feet are in comparison to the sizes that that company has available. So measuring your shoes is super, super important. I actually, for the longest time, I was wearing a size 8.5 and a size 9 because quite frankly, any store that I bought shoes from, they didn't have my size. And comes to find out, I'm a size 7.5. All right, so I was walking with clown shoes this whole time. So knowing your size is going to help you in making the correct buying decision and preventing you from having to deal with exchanges and returns. Another way to measure your foot is you can go on Amazon. There is tools that you can buy, little adapters, little measuring tools that you can use to measure your feet. So you're more than welcome to check those out. I put one in the description below. There's other professional devices that you see at local shoe stores. We use one internally when we're designing shoes, but it's totally up to you. I think by just measuring your foot, knowing your width and your height of your foot is going to help. Number 3. Another thing to keep in mind when buying shoes online and making sure that they fit you perfectly is your width. So a lot of times people just measure the foot and they know whether they have, whether they know their true size. However, you also want to keep in mind what is the width of your feet. Some people have narrow feet, some people have wider feet. And if that's the case, measure that so you can figure out the width of your feet. To find out the width of your feet, I definitely recommend you having that little device. Again, I put it in the description below where you can figure out what width you have. So when you're buying shoes online, you know what is the width that particular style is being offered at. So keep in mind your width. Another thing when it comes to picking your size is think about the style of shoes and whether or not you're going to be wearing thick, thin socks or no socks at all. Now let's say you're buying a pair of boots. Let's say the Chelsea boots. Think about whether you're going to be wearing them with thick socks. Wherever you live, is it really cold right now? Is it during winter or just naturally really cold? In that case, are you going to be wearing thicker socks? Make sure that you have enough width so you can actually have a comfortable shoes. So a lot of people don't think about that, and keeping in mind the socks is important to making sure that you have a perfect fit. And lastly, what I recommend to do is always make sure that, let's say you're putting on a shoe. If the shoe, like put a thumb on front of the shoe. If your shoe should naturally be, if you put a thumb, it should be at least up to here. If it's touching like the edge of the foot, that is just way too tight. So think about that. Also keep in mind the narrowness of the shoe, whether the shoe is too narrow or not. If you have wide feet and somebody offers you a shoe that's true size, always think of maybe going half size bigger. If you have a narrow foot, if you have a wide feet and the shoes are narrow, that's going to make the shoes more comfortable. And also a lot of the brands, they offer full sizes, half sizes. So keep an eye on that. For us at Caballero Wear, we offer half sizes. That way we can make sure that your shoes are not too big or not too tight either. We don't want our customers to settle for anything. We want to make sure that our shoes fit our customers like a glove. So that's pretty much it. I hope it helps. Again, all of the resources are in the comment below. If you haven't done so, make sure you check out caballerowear.com. We offer amazing silhouettes and I know you're going to love them. One last thing, don't forget to make sure you click on that like button if you found this video helpful. That actually helps us reach more people. We are new to this YouTube thing and we would really greatly appreciate it. So thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you on the next one. See y'all soon.